TIGAR's Global Committee Chair, and I would like to first of all start this event by stating our global mission. And our global mission is as follows. The Global Cultural Committee of the Inland Gateway Association of Realtors' purpose is to provide members with global market updates on inbound and outbound transactions through education, networking, as well as building partnership with globally minded real estate agents in our local market. And to start off today, I would like to share a little bit about CIPS. Most of you are aware what the designation of Certified International Property Specialist is all about. But for those of you who are not aware of, it is basically an opportunity, a designation for the global real estate networking. So the global real estate opportunity is everywhere. People move from US to foreign countries and vice versa. Americans currently would like to know what is the market, what is the status in the foreign countries, so therefore they have the opportunity to invest overseas. And the same thing is for foreign buyers who are considering purchasing in the country of our beautiful USA. A CIPS designation. Can you guys hear me? Okay. The CIPS designation provides you with the knowledge, research, network, and tools to globalize and expand your business. Due to recent progress in technology, our world, I'm saying the world, is getting smaller and smaller and closer and closer. And what happens on the other side of the country sometimes is just a prediction of what might happen in our own backyard. With that said, we are all connected. And CIPS designee is an opportunity for us to get even closer, to learn about each other, to learn about each other's background, cultures, and how real estate processes and transactions are being held in other foreign countries. So with that said, CIPS gives you an opportunity to learn about foreign real estate practices and how they are utilizing tools in their country. It also gives us an opportunity to learn about and respect differences in our gestures and foreign cultures. So, in order to earn a CIPS designation, be aware that you will be part of a network of about 4,000 real estate professionals in 45 countries. What a great opportunity it is for us to learn from each other. This is a members only network, specifically for real estate practitioners for the National Association of Realtors. This designee are the consumer's best and most trusted resource for navigating the global market. We get to learn about foreign transactions, their timeline, their processes, visa and immigration landscapes for foreign buyers as well. And we also get an opportunity to learn about commercial international business trends. To earn your designation, you must complete a 5-day course. The instruction can be either online, classroom activity, which would include property tours, network events, panel discussion, and social functions. You must, first of all, complete 2 prerequisite classes, which includes global local market and global transaction tools. After that, you have the option of obtaining 3 regional electives, and that includes the class of Europe, Asia Pacific, or the Americas. And you also have the option to switch one of the elective classes for either NAR at home with diversity of NAR, resort and second home property, or you can take the class called NAR pricing strategies. With that said, to help our international realtors who are interested in doing the transaction in the US, What TIGAR is going to do in 2022 is that we are personally going to have a 1-week CIPS course that we are going to be offering in person in Southern California. Our goal is to bring incoming trade missions to Southern California so foreigners can learn about our region and we can guide them how they can be investors or how they can do transactions in the US. So with that said, if anyone's interested in obtaining your CIPS designation, please feel free to put your name and contact information in the chat because we are starting to build our interest list right now for next year. And that is enough about VIPS. So our event today has to do with Italy, and that's why you guys are all here to learn about Italy. Why did we choose to share with you about Italy? Were you aware that Italy is actually the 16th best country to live in the world? When you think of Italy, what's the first thing that you think of? Me personally, gelato, pizza, pasta, Vespas, fashion, textile, silk, cheese. I mean, Italy is it. I correlate Italy as the country of love. They have so many beautiful sceneries from their Alps to their vineyards. They also are abounded by history. You know, the Roman Empire, you know, we're Italians to start with. But you know what? Picture is worth 1,000 words. With that said, we're going to have Janessa share with us some imagery of Italy. Janessa, take it away. All right. So what we're going to do now is I am going to transfer over to Donna. She's going to introduce to us the 3 amazing speakers that we have arranged for you guys today. So during the presentation, if you have any questions, please go ahead and input your question on the chat, and we're going to go over and try to answer your questions at the end of all the presentations. So with that said, Donna, take it away.
Thank you, thank you. For us in America, buongiorno. For our guest speakers, buonasera. So there, I want to start by saying Italy is a wonderful place. I had an opportunity to live there. I've lived on the island of Sicily as well as the mainland, and I've had I traveled everywhere from north to south, east to west. So it's beautiful. I'm very grateful that we're doing this on Italy. And with that said, I do want to make mention, I want to thank Angelo Prevoni. He's a personal friend. I've known him for many, many years, for over 22 years. I first met him, he was a fire inspector for Sigonella Fire Department, and he has recently retired as a safety specialist with the Department of Defense. He is now a winemaker. He's a Mount Etna guide. Mount Etna is an active volcano, in case you didn't know that. He's into farming and Red Cross volunteer for civil protection and all types of emergencies. And he enjoys wildlife excursions. Once again, I want to thank him for his help with this. Angela, would you like to say hello to Angelo? Would you like to say hello or say something? Unmute yourself. There you go.
There you go now.
Hello.
We'd like to present Luigi. I'm sure he'll present himself. By Luigi.
Ciao, excuse me, I'm not speaking English very well. There is my friend Angelo for me for speaking English. When I understand not all in English, but I have many years. I have a real start for this work. You have understand when I speak in English? Don't do very well, okay?
You're doing beautiful.
Quite well.
Benissimo, Luigi.
Yeah, I was just about to say that. Bellissimo. Luigi, I just want to say he is with Prisma Immobiliare. He is a real estate broker for 20 years now in Sicily. He has a degree in business science, and Luigi is currently serving his term as mayor of Mascali in the province of Catania for 6 years now. So Luigi, Angelo is waiting for him in case you. Is there anything else you'd like to share regarding Sicily?
For the Sicily, for the ma qual è la domanda esatta? La Sicilia è conosciuta in tutto il mondo perché c'è l'Etna, il vulcano Etna, la bellezza, la storia, la Magna Grecia. You ever understand?
Sicily is a beautiful.
Yes, those are the provinces.
And at the same time, it is an attraction culturally speaking because the Greeks were here, the Arabs.
The history
of Sicily. So we're welcoming everybody to come and visit Sicily.
He was saying the island of Sicily has been has many cultures. It's as a lot of people say, is the hub of the Med, and so a lot of history there and empires have been there. So yes.
Thank you, Donna.
You're welcome. Is there anything you would like to add regarding the real estate market in Sicily?
No
difficulties. There is for the peppers and we the real estate seguiamo le pratiche.
The real estate agency of Prisma will follow the evolution of the documents necessary to acquire a house or a villa in Sicily. They do everything from A to Z. He has had many clients from London, from other parts of not Italy. So he's already has experience in selling and buying houses for foreigners too.
That's beautiful. So you work with foreign buyers, and currently with what's happening right now, have you seen a slowdown or in foreign buyers to Sicily or no?
Currently, because of the COVID situation, there has been a considerable decrease in people buying houses in Italy, in Sicily, because of the situation at the moment.
This is the moment for buy. This is the moment for the fire. Okay?
It's a good moment to buy a house because the prices are very, very low at the moment.
The prices are very, very low. Is that what you said?
Very low. They went down to the least that has happened for many, many years here.
Mm.
You can buy a good house for a very small amount of money, like buying a car, a second-hand car. You can buy a house here.
That's wonderful. Bellissima.
Just to give you a small story, I had my cousin came over from Australia, and he bought a house, 7 rooms for 25,000 €.
Oh wow!
And he moved into the house immediately without spending any money. just to give you an idea of the prices in Sicily at the moment.
That's wonderful. Do you want to, as far as foreign buyers go, do we need to have a bank account opened in Italy or?
Avere una conto in banca prima di acquistare la casa in Italia.
Per pagare con fanno gli assegni circolari eventualmente o fanno i bonifici direttamente sui conti, li mandano dai notai e i notai sono responsabili delle somme.
The procedure is that they don't have to have a bank account in Italy. They can transfer the money through the notary. The notary is the person that guarantees that the operation is done legally. So the notary will take the money from the client and then transfer it to the agency or the owner that's selling the house. So no bank account is required.
Il notaio quando fa l'atto glieli dà all'acquirente, così sono garantiti.
You just repeated what I just said.
Oh, that's wonderful. Is there anything else you would like to add?
Vorresti aggiungere qualcos'altro?
No, nient'altro di particolare.
You just want to repeat that it's a good occasion to buy a house because the prices are so low. 50% lower than the normal. So we are an excellent investment for the
E non è
future.
il prezzo reale, perché il prezzo reale è maggiore.
Because the value that they will buy is much higher, 30 to 40% higher than what they're going to be paying for the house.
That's wonderful to hear. Thank you, Angelo, Luigi.
Okay.
Donna, if I may say something, we
Yes.
forgot to mention that Luigi is actually the mayor of Mascali. Am I correct?
Yes.
Mascali.
So it is a great honor to have such a dignitary here at this event. So Luigi, I'm kind of curious. You kind of mentioned that the price of homes have decreased quite extensively. What is the reason behind all that?
Covid e crisi economica che ora sta riprendendo, già quest'anno siamo al 6%.
There are two reasons. First, because Italy has gone through a economic crisis we are slowly getting out of, and then the COVID situation dragged us down even lower. Consequently, people did not want to invest in homes or houses. But he said the economy is picking up and he can foresee that the prices will increase in the near future. So if we compare the peninsula of Italy, the crisis in Sicily arrived after the northern part of Italy. And consequently, now we are going to be picking up after the north. So it's still a good investment. In other words, he's saying that at the moment, the prices are still going to go down. And then as the economy picks up, prices will increase all of a sudden. So it's a good time to invest at the moment.
So for us foreign buyers, are there any restrictions? Are we able to actually purchase and maybe perhaps reside in Italy?
He told me that you can't easily buy because the agency will guarantee the correct documentation for the client. And then once they have a house, they can come and reside here. They can, but they become residents of Italy. You just confirm they can come and stay and live as residents in Sicily. There's a lot of foreigners, French, Americans that have already bought a house and they're actually residing in Sicily at the moment.
Vedi che ti sta chiamando col giudice che dobbiamo fare un passaggio con l'auto. Va bene? a nome della Prisma Immobiliare. Grazie. Ciao.
He's also doing his work as a mayor. That's why so far a lot of interruptions have occurred because he gets phone calls pretty often.
Yes.
You know, Luigi, I have read that some cities, some areas in Italy, you can actually purchase a property for $1. So Marisa Kagan is asking, are there any opportunities of $1 purchases in Sicily?
Sono dei paesi dove li hanno, poi fanno i bandi e non è qua, sono dei paesi nell'entroterra, non sul lungomare, non in the sea.
There are some towns, local towns, where the mayor has decided to implement
Sono paesi abbandonati all'entroterra.
living in the country, but none of them are actually on the seaside. They are more inland, and you can buy a house for €1, but you have to also invest a lot of money in restructuring the house. And you have to complete it in 3 years. In 3 years, you have to complete the structure as per what the municipality enforces. The company, Prisma company, also assists in people buying these €1 houses in the documentation and also in getting the construction company to complete the project. So it's not very difficult, but there's a lot of bureaucracy behind the €1 house.
Angelo,
Yes.
for Luigi, if you purchase a home there, do you need to get a soggiorno? Is that
Un permesso di soggiorno per avere una casa, per comprare la casa. Codice fiscale, no?
Codice fiscale.
What you have to, only thing you need to get is what we call a codice fiscale, which is a fiscal code. This identifies you as a person responsible for your actions and for your finances. That's all that needs to be done. It's a very simple process.
wonderful? Is there anything else you'd like to add, Luigi?
Qualcos'altro che vuoi?
No, for the house, for the fotografia, come si dice?
To be able to see the houses.
Se loro gli servono fotografie, documenti come Prisma, glieli mando e così loro mi dicono cosa gli serve, che tipologia di immobile, perché io ho un pacchetto di immobili di circa 800 immobili a disposizione.
At the moment, there's approximately 800 houses, villas that he's selling for owners. So if somebody is interested in seeing them, they can either contact him privately or they can look at his Prisma Facebook page and they'll be able to see the houses.
Se gli serve qualcosa di ottenere, me lo dicono che io sono in contatto con tutte le agenzie della zona.
In addition,
Anche in tutta la Sicilia.
if they see a house on another agency, they can contact him and he will mediate with the other agency for the buyer. Make it easy, in other words.
Right. That's wonderful. Okay, Sarah, do you have another question or?
We actually have quite a few questions that popped up on chat, but I think due to time constraints, we're going to go over them at the end of the presentation.
Okay. All right. Well, grazie, Luigi and Angelo. Okay. Now I would like to introduce Marina Rozenberg. She is a broker with Top Property Solutions. She specializes in property management. She's a broker for rural land, residential, international sales. She speaks Russian, English, and Italian, and the region of specialization is Milano.
Okay. Hello, Donna. Thank you for introducing me, but my English is not so wonderful like my Italian or Russian. So That's why today I prepared some presentation that I can share with the screen for our realtors. So yes, I work at Milano, but I'm specialized in all part of Italy, so except Sardinia. So I work in the Lazio, Rome, in Tuscany, in Milano, and etc. etc. So I think that for you today it's important to understand maybe some different kind of business from type of business of real estate in America. That's why I want to introduce you my presentation and speak about, I don't know, could you see all? I would like to speak about roles in real estate transactions. After, I would like to speak a little bit about the taxation. And the last one, but not least, a little bit for information about Milano, about the pricing. Do you like the program? Don?
Yes, say that again.
Do you like this program? Is it fine for you?
This is beautiful. Yes.
Okay, great.
Good, exceptional.
Bellissimo.
Okay, great. So the first, I would like to help you to understand the market of real estate and explain you the roles. So usually we have the seller and we have the buyer, like in America. So, and we have some roles, it's mandatory, it's not mandatory. So real estate agent or broker, after I will explain you the difference from American agent or pure American broker, notary, and other parts of the transactions. It's not mandatory, it's attorney, or surveyor, or architect, or sometimes translator, business consultant, or accountant. Is it clear all? Can I go?
Yes.
Okay, great. Now we will speak about real estate agent because I saw the questions and I prepare some introduction for you that you can have the deeper understanding of the market. The first step is the license. So real estate agents and brokers in Italy, they are basically the same figure, because in America it's a two different kind of roles. Is it true? Yes.
Sí.
Okay, so professional of broker agents is regulated by law that required those who works as a broker of any time are to be registered with the Chamber of Commerce, which validated the qualifications. This registration is valid for all Italy, so we have not a limit of territory. Like in America, when you become a real estate agent, for example, you can work just in California. And if you want to work in another place, for example, in Florida, you must take another license. Is it true? Yes?
Yeah, sí.
Yes, so in Italy, it's all license valid for all territory of Italy. So we have no different from brokers and agents, and we have just one territory in Italy. After somebody, if wants to read with attention, can to screenshot the all information here. So it's very important. The second point is insurance. So the law requires real estate agents to take out of professional liability insurance policy, errors and omissions policy in the US. So it's mandatory. Violations. So here we have some points, because in Italy also many people work without the license. We can have big brokers company where work a lot of people and can tell that they are agents, but they are not agents. So it's violations of the rule, and for your clients it's very important for safety, because the real estate agent or real estate broker must have the insurance. Real estate agents without license cannot give you insurance. Okay. Is it interesting for you?
Oh, yes, very.
Yeah. Okay, great. So those who are not registered with the Chamber of Commerce and who practice the professional illegally may be subject to fine of up of 50,000 euros. If found guilty, they are required to master refund and commissions received from the contracting parties. In some cases, they may also be reported to the judicial authorization of criminal conduct. One more point of difference, because in USA, you work a lot of with MLS. In Italy, it's a completely different. And here, for conduct the business, if you have the buyers, you must to pay attention for this moment. So in Italy, the real estate market is now required by MLS. You can find some properties on the websites like idealista.com or immobiliare.com. In Italy, is common practice not to be specialized in as buyer agent or seller agent, because there is no guarantee that listing agent would be willing to collaborate with other buyer agents, and they may not want to share to the commission. It means if you have the buyer, maybe for your work you must to ask additional fee. Is it clear?
Clear, yes.
Okay, and now we speak about fee commissions. It's not about how many, but the mode, because it's a little bit different. Because in America, you can take the fee commissions when you are closed. In Italy, it's a little bit different. So in Italy, the real estate agent can represent both sides of the transactions, and therefore has the right to commissions from each of the parties. If the transaction is closed through his services, we have civil code here, the transactions is considered closed at the moment which the person who made the proposal learns of the other party of the acceptance. Therefore, the real estate agent's right to the commission is calculated in the conclusion of preliminary contract or agreement to sell or purchase. Compromesso proposta. It's good. You must pay first in advance of closure. It's important difference. The commission is normally paid by both the part, buyer and seller, and each agent determines their own rates. Do you have any question about it?
I believe we're going to try and wait until the end. Unless Sarah, do you have a question for her right now?
So if you have not the question, I go.
Yes, continue. Yes.
Well, I continue with my presentation. So my English is worse.
No,
It's quite good. It's quite good.
Great. One point is very important, because today we share a little bit information about buyer process, purchase process. It's very complicated. It's a little bit different process. It's very different. It's not like a USA. So you must understand that a real estate broker have the duty of care, just the duty of care. It means that while the real estate agent is not required to undertake any technical or legal investigation concerning the property which might to have an impact of transactions, legal due diligence. So the agent is therefore required to give information of any known circumstances or issues that should have been known under the principles. To provide incorrect or non-verified information to an interested party is unacceptable according to the law. So the role of real estate agent in Italy, so you must to give more information, you must to give true information, but it could be, it's impossible to be very technical information because the law tell that we are not, we have not this duty, just duty for clear information. Okay.
Yeah.
This is notary. Notary is very, very important and completely different to notary in the USA. Notary plays an integral part of the transaction process. So if we have seller, buyer, we must have the notary. Real estate agent is not mandatory. The legal representative is not mandatory, attorney is not mandatory, architect is not mandatory, but notary is mandatory. It's very important. So the characteristics, we have the difference because in USA it's just to have the to confirm the identity of the person. Just is it right? Yes. Here we have the highly trained and the licensed legal professional, usually an attorney, they appointed public official. They have notary have big responsibilities. So draw up contract between buyer and seller, conducts title research, discover property lands, ensures taxes are paid, handles transaction settlement procedures, disburses transactions money, register property titles, maintains the titles record, assists in the formation and registration of companies, holds funds in escrow. Escrow, it's a point a little bit different. It's not like in America because it's not mandatory. Escrow, it's if you want to have some information, you must to see another to organize another kind of event. Okay. What about attorney? Attorney, it's very advisable. For example, if you buy the property by €1, because attorney sometimes can be necessary for understanding and establishing the rules for disclosure and contingency clauses. Because we have not some process like in America. After I will explain you better. So attorney is advisor who can help conduct preliminary title research and discover property lands and draw up a preliminary contract of offer purchase between buyer and sellers. Of course, the fee of attorney, it's depend of branch of press and type of the service. The next, this is interesting. In Italy, the home inspection is not mandatory. We have not home inspection. That's why in some case, important to have with you surveyor, architect, or attorney, because when you buy the property in Italy, you can find some surprise, and you cannot, you have not no insurance for the surprise. That's why some roles could be very, very interesting for you. So surveyor or architect is not required for real estate transactions, but sometimes can be very helpful for the preliminary home inspection if you want to have full knowledge of the condition of the properties. The fees are paid by buyer. It's a very big difference because the home inspections is not mandatory in Italy. Okay. Okay. So I finished with the roles. If you want, I can stop. I don't know. What do you think about it? Do you want to know some other information, or you would like to finish here?
Oh, I would love
absolutely.
to continue
Yeah.
on about
Continue. Yeah, it's very, very informative.
Okay, great. I'm very happy. So I go So the foreigners can buy real estate in Italy, and there are no restrictions for foreign ownership in the real estate in Italy. For example, in Canada, foreigners cannot buy a lot of space, not house, it's land. It cannot buy a lot of land. So in Italy, it's no problem. Important for the buyer process, you must obtain codice fiscale and open the bank account. Important when you buy or sell and you are foreign in Italy, any money remitted from outside Italy for purchased property should be officially documented to ensure that the process of any resale can be repatriated. So that's why you will need the tax code and bank account in Italy. It's very important to remember that in Italy is a civil law. So it's not common law, it's all law is writing. So that's why sometimes you can find number of law. Okay. The taxes. We have two types of the taxes: when you buy the property and when you own the property. This is the first one. It's too complicated to explain you all taxes, but I try to give you some info. You can to do the screen photo for the information. So in Italy, we have two possibles: the primary home. It's very convenient, so it's more cheaper to pay the taxes for the primary home, but you must become a resident, the resident, and the law have the prescriptions. As the second one, it's a second home or the commercial property. So the first one you can buy or by owner private, and you will pay two person by cadastral value, okay, for the primary home, but you must to become resident. If you cannot or you want to become resident, you will pay 9% by cadastral value. So this is numbers not by price that you pay, but cadastral value. It's a little bit different. Maybe you will need as event for this. If you buy for the business, so you will pay the VAT. In this case, you will pay 4% to the VAT by the price, or you will pay 10% by the price, or for other type of homes, because in Italy we have cadastral categories for pay the tax. So it's a very big topic, but I must to be very short. So I would like to explain you just some picks. So primary home, it's more cheaper. That's the second home or the other luxury home, for example, or commercial property. Okay. This is first the taxes and you pay. You must know that in Europe, lately, it's not so, the taxes is not so high. The highest taxes in Europe, it's Germany and French. Italy is a fourth place. Second, it's a cost and tax related of owning the house in Italy. So we have two types of the tax. It's IMU, TARI, and TASI. Okay, IMU. Every year, our governance change the name of this tax. So maybe the next year it will be other type of the tax. So if your property in Italy is your primary residence and you live here for more than 6 months a year, you are not required to pay this tax. However, if the house is categorized as a luxury property, the IMU tax will have to be paid regardless, even if you use a prime residence. Also, the property in Italy is your second home. You will be required to pay this tax. So for this year, the government do this, but the next years I don't know what will happen. You will need to consult with the tax accountant to determine the property taxes of owner for each year, and they will you have not the notify for the your tax payment deadline, so you must pay attention for all dates for the payment. The second one is a tariff. This is tax regarding waste collection, is paid only once in the year and includes is a fixed fee based of the square meters of the house and the number of people living in the house. For this tax, you will receive a tax bill letter and the home address. And the last one is TASI. So this tax pertaining to the municipal services provided by the town hall of the Italian municipio. It varies from the city to yet does not exist in autonomous province Trento and Bolzano. So when to pay? IMU. Property taxes should pay twice a year. First deadline is June, while the second is December. TASIs needs to pay both in June and December. So it's a tax, and you must add to taxation, so electricity or heating or other types. Okay. Do you want to know some information about management income properties if you buy the property?
Yes, please.
Okay, I would like to be very short. So we have two kinds of the property. It's a residential income property or commercial income properties. So it's depends the management of type of the contract, because when you buy, for example, small house, you can to do the contract of short term, long term, or tourist contract. And you must consider it maintenance and tenants management. And second one, it's a little bit different. It's a commercial income property. So it's depend by types of the property, a type of the rental contract. And now I will give you some info about the taxation. Renting taxation for non-residents or foreign owners in Italy, the type of taxation is the same as that for residents owner. So if you own the house and you rent the house in Italy, you must pay the tax. We have two types of the tax. So the flat fee tax is a cedolare secca option. So you will pay 21 flat fee tax to be applied to the rental income only. Or the default option, it's aggregate to rental income, add it to the total income and pay taxes for the applicable tax rate for the income range. So it's two types of renting taxation for not professional landlords. Quindi it's not too much. Also, this topic could be more deeper, but not today. The last but not least about the rules and the business. If you buy the house and you want to renovate or remodeling the house in Italy, so my advice, before buying a property that needs to renovation or restoration, it's important to obtain accurate estimates of the work involved from the one more reliable local contractor, builder, servers, or architects. So it's important because usually it could be very, very, very different. Of course, even you're planning to do in the renovation work yourself, it's a good idea to get a geometra. It's like it's a survey to take a look at the property to get an opinion of the state of building and whether is the worth of the price being asked. The geometry will also be able to advise you about local building regulation and on what you can do it. In some local authorization are stricter than other. For example, Tuscany, or for example, not Lombardy, it's different. Tuscany or Oddio, I'm not remember. It's not important. After Tuscany, it's very restrict. So for innovation. About building verandas, pools, and good local geometry will know the right people in the right place. Okay. And after you can tell me why buy in Italy. So I know that all people love Italy for gelato, pizza, but also we have Mediterranean climate, quality of life, historical heritage, prestigious university, also Lombardy and Milano. It's more cheaper than London or Paris. It's very important. Unique location and lifestyle, food, modern brands, and art and cultural. In some cases, Italy have low prices for historical dwellings. Very important for Italian market, that Italian property is very fragmented with big price difference from region to region. So we can take the Sicily. In some place you can buy the house by €1, and after you can take maybe Tuscany, it's other type of the price. So Italy is very small, but very fragmented. So also inside the city is very fragmented. I think it's like in America in the city. So when you go to one district, is have one price, another one district have another price. Is it true?
Yes.
Okay. I give you some little information about Milan. The first one, Milan today is a seller market. So the big part of Italy, it's a buyer's market, but Milan is a seller market. It means that we have small inventory, we have a lot of buyers. Okay. I show you, it's a Milan, and the color, it's the different price and the different position. So it's a center storic, poi after center, it's a middle center, and skillet, I'm not remember, but it's out of the center. Of course, the price and the center is more height. This is a spreadsheet about the price. Centro Storico is this center, historic center in Milan, was registered for by 7,800 for the square meter, and it's not so truly because it's too high. In the next slide, I will show you. This is outside of Milan, so the price is low. We have a different kind of price, and this is the middle center. This is a spreadsheet about historic center of Milan. So you can see here we have the highest price to the 40,300 for a square meter. But sometimes in Milan we can see the property for 22,000 for the square meters, because the Milan in this moment have the price is crescano, it's height. My English in this moment is finished. I begin to speak Italian, and after I go speaking Russian. Okay. I give you some beautiful image about Milan, so everybody know this is the Piazza del Duomo. It's a Galleria of Vittorio Emanuele where you can do the shopping and you can eat something very special, because Milan, it's the center of the moda, innovation. It's a city, very green city, because the new construction want to be very green, to be very conservative for the nature. I don't know if you know the Bosco Verticale. It's the famous building in the Milan, because here we have all plants, all functional plants in every balcony. So it's unique construction in the world. It's very innovative. Of nightlife. If you want to drink and if you want to eat in Navilli, it's a great place also for tourists, and it's very funny. But Milano nightlife can offer another part of Milan, so they have different places. So about renovation, it's business center of the Milan, so Piazza Gaulenti, where a lot of architects use the renovation energy. It's very green, and this is I don't know if you know the Torre Unicredit. So we have the historic center, and we have some new. Okay, I finish.
Wonderful. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. On that note, we're going to have more questions for you, Marina. And I see down at chat, I see 51. So thank you for your presentation. And now we're going to go on to Fabio. So Fabio Sicuro is with eXp Realty. He has the CIPS designation. His expertise in specialization is residential, commercial, and investment. And he is in the Tuscany region. Fabio?
Hello, Marina. I am very, very, very impressed. And really, I don't know what to say about the Italian markets. Absolutely, she has told everything is needed, taxes, etc. What I can say from my point of view is that Italy is a buyer market in this moment. Milan, no. Milan is a seller market. So it's very interesting to buy in Italy. In my area, Tuscany coast, etc., I see that is changing from buyer to seller. A lot of persons are buying, Italian, non-Italians, etc. So I see that pricing are rising not so quickly, but it is becoming a seller market. So it is the moment really now to buy. What I want to say more is that I think that Italy is a very foreigners friendly country. Tuscany it is, even if not so many people understand English, but they know how to explain or to understand. So normally they try to be helpful, friendly, smiling, etc. So it is a very nice place where to have a vacation, yes, but also to own an apartment and to live more than a small holiday. And as the moment, buying an apartment, it surely will be an investment and not only a cost, even if the cost of taxes and house taxes, etc., are not so high. I think that be followed for an Italian real estate agent, licensed, etc., is very important, because it's not so easy to have all the information. we have not an MLS. That's a shame. It's really a shame. So you don't know all the market stats, precise market stats as you have in the US. We have just something, but they are 6 months, 1 year old, and not so precise. So a good real estate can conduct you, can follow you to buy the correct property, even if a small apartment or a big seafront villa. It's the same. You have to compare properties and then decide. That's what I used to do with my clients. My point of view, the markets, it's from small towns, not big cities, so a different way of life. In Tuscany, it's just one city that is not that big city, it's 500,000 inhabitants, Florence, normally. The most of us are cities or towns or villages. So it's a complete difference. A countryside, we have big beaches also. And so it is a nice place, really. What else to say? Marina has told everything. Thank you very much. I couldn't say so much information. Really, nothing else. Nothing else to say more about the market in general, about Italy in general. There are big differences from the US, but the collaboration from US agents and we in Italy could be necessary, I think.
Yes, absolutely. Fabio, and what cities in Tuscany, in beach communities, is your real estate market?
Okay, my real estate market is on the coast. My town is a small town called Castiglioncello, which is elegant, I have to say, small towns with a rocky coast and some small beaches. South from me, there are big beaches, so I work here and in my countryside, 1 hour from me. The most important point of interest in my countryside is surely Bolgheri, that maybe someone of you don't know, but maybe knows its wines or vineyards, such as Sassicaia, Masseto, or Ornellaia, one of the best red wines in the world. And the scenery and the landscape over there is fantastic. I have just some pictures to show you if you want. Just a moment.
That'd be fabulous.
Fine. Oh. It was not prepared, sorry.
No worries. Janessa, do you know if Fabio has share capabilities right now?
Yes, he'll be able to share his screen.
Thank you.
Okay, how to do? Share the screen. Sorry, I don't know how to do.
At the bottom of your, you found it? Oh, good.
No, I can't. I'm sorry. Next time.
Okay.
Sorry.
Okay.
So,
no.
Nothing else. Really, nothing else to say more about the Italian systems, etc. For you colleagues, I'm ready to collaborate. I'm maybe one of the last CIPS from Italy in January, so I'm not that experienced, but about CIPS and the US, but I've sold to many European foreigners, peoples. Thank you.
Thank you, Fabio. Sarah, do you want to open it up to questions now? Would you like to read the questions or do you want me to? Or Janessa?
Either way, yes, we can definitely open up the questions. We can go down the line from chat, and either you or Janessa can go.
Okay, let me see. I'm trying to get back to the beginning here.
Just make sure you all inputted your contact information on chat. And let us know specifically what country you're from and what your expertise is.
Let me see. Okay, I'm reading. Okay, how about this? Hello from Tulsa, Oklahoma. I'm Lynette Dawson, CIPS with McGraw Realtors. My husband and I are planning to buy in Italy in the next few years, but I currently serve the Northeast Oklahoma area. Oh, I look forward to connecting with everybody. Okay, sorry, Lynette. I thought you had an additional question. Let's see, great, Luigi. Okay, Angelo, when we get to a question regarding Sicily, I understand that someone was saying that it was a little difficult to understand with the mask on. Is there any way you could just lower it just a little to speak and then put it back up? Perfect, thank you. Someone is asking, is there a cash transaction? Do you guys accept it, the three of you, do you accept cash transactions? Fabio says no. Is that correct?
No. The limit is 2,000 euros. No cash transaction.
Okay, that's good to know. And then we have
Ci sono i limiti, certo.
2,000 euro in Sicily too.
2,000 euros.
Yeah.
Okay. And we talked already about the €1 opportunities. Is that correct? And for Sicily, does it apply the same? And the other areas, Marina and Fabio?
So about €1 houses, Angelo explained very good first, because when you buy, you can buy in some place, but you must remember that you must do the reconstructions, and after 3 years, and the places are not very interesting. So if you like to be by yourself, so it's difficult to find some markets. It's difficult to find the other people's. So yes, you can find this kind of offers, but you must know that you must to pay a lot of money for reconstruction. So maybe in some case, the best way is to buy the property with that money. So in a place with other people's, because I know that Americans love to nightlife, to go to see some concerts, to speak with other people. So yes, you can find this opportunity, but you must to validate it very good if it's a great investment for you.
Thank you. Thank you. What is the visa requirement associated with purchasing property? And then I know Angelo had spoken a little bit about that earlier.
Could you repeat that, Donna, please?
What is the visa requirement associated with purchasing a property? Remember we talked about, okay. So do you want to answer that, Angelo? Or Marina or Fabio, anyone?
Yeah, maybe Marina will answer better than I can.
So
No requirement.
In Italia, like in America, for buy the property, you must to have same visa like when you go to do the tourist, because it's a reciprocity. So if you can buy the property in America with ESTA, so you can go to buy the property in Italy if you are American. So it's a reciprocity laws. But after, when you will buy, what about permesso di soggiorno, what about citizenship? It's a different ways. So if you buy the property, you cannot to become citizenship of Italy. It's other process. But you can buy the house when you go to visit Italy.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
With your passport and requiring easily a codice fiscale, fiscal code, you can buy a house with the money.
And then how do one go about getting a codice fiscale? Do we do that before the process or once we get there?
I couldn't understand you, sorry.
In order to, because you're saying we could use the codice fiscale. So would that be once we purchase the home, that would be the next step, is to obtain that number? Or do
No,
we
before.
obtain the number first and then purchase?
Yeah,
Okay. thank
it's
you.
easy. Just through the internet on the Agenzia delle Entrate, our fiscal agency, tax agency.
And that's-
not difficult.
Okay, and that is kind of equivalent, like our social security number here.
Something like.
Okay. So there are no restrictions. Okay. Can you speak about what options are in regards of seeking financing for US buyers interested in purchasing in Italy? Fabio?
It's not impossible. It's not easy. It depends on the bank. So it's not by the law impossible. We have to arrange, discuss, or whatever, or try the right bank. Find the right bank. Sorry.
Okay.
It's true. It's very difficult to obtain the loan here. You must work in international company who have some offices in Italy. So in this mode, you can obtain something loan, but in usually part it's like impossible. So you must to take the cash in the bank.
Okay. Thank you.
A question either for Marina or Fabio. Now that we're talking about the options in financing, can you give us some ideas of the term of the financing if someone were to purchase it in Italy? Like, for example, in US, the term is about 15 years or 30 years term. What is it in Italy?
In Italy, for Italian, it's a little bit different. So it's very complicated to obtain the loan here. So you can obtain if you have some condition. So you must work in an international company who have the office here in Italy, and in some case you must to pay the tax. So it's a difficult question because in my practice, I have never have the client who obtain international client who obtain the loan here. Usually it's Italian.
Did that answer your question, Sarah?
Yes.
Thank you. Okay. Could you speak about what options are in regards, oh, okay. That's what is Angelo's last name? What city are you working in? Is your helpful interpreter is also a real estate agent who sounds like he is from South Africa? Oh, yeah, that's pretty good. Wow. Charmaine, okay. Just so you know, the gentleman in the white shirt, This is Luigi Messina, and he is the realtor and the mayor of Mascali in Sicily. The gentleman in the burgundy shirt, that is Angelo Pavoni. And Angelo, do you want to share about?
Yeah, he's right. I grew up in South Africa. I guess he understood my accent.
Yeah. Well, yes.
Tell him he can contact me on my Facebook page.
Yes, absolutely. Okay. Is there a website to view these homes available currently?
I'm sorry, Donna, are you speaking to us?
To all three of you.
Okay.
Does anyone want to? I think we already answered that, but please share. Either they do not have MLS like we do, so it's up to each company to supply homes for sale. So you would have to contact each company. Does anybody want to elaborate on what I said, or is that okay? Are you guys okay with what I said?
It is, but in this moment, many clients are asking us, I think Marina could be the same, to do the search for them. So to become a buyer agent. So to search the internet and to contact the colleague and collaborate. And we can do the same with a referral for US agents. I'm speaking for me, but I think it could be the same for Marina.
Thank you, Fabio. I'm a listing agent, so I don't do the research because it's impossible for my business to do this. It's very complicated to organize the collaboration, and the big complications is the documents. So many listing agents, when want to collaborate, have not all documents, so have not all due diligence documents, and this is a big problem for me. So that's why I don't do the research, but I can do the consulting for my clients who buy. So I can help for consulting, but I'm not a finder agent. I'm a listing agent, so I work just for one part, and in some case for my international client, I help to buy, and I help to introduce all things with other agents.
I think we are in a different size of company.
Okay. There are several people who were asking Marina if they could get a copy of your presentation. They thoroughly enjoyed it, and we all did. So if that is possible, if you could share that with us, you could email it to us, and we'll.
Yes, of course. I will send you my presentation. I will be happy if will helpful for somebody. So yes, I will send all slides for Donna, and if you want to have some other advice, you can see on my video channel about purchase process in Italy, or you can write me directly. So okay.
Thank you. There was a question: what is cadastral value?
Cadastral value, in Italy we have the taxation, real estate taxation, okay? It's a system for the taxation. That cadastral value, it's a price for the tax, okay? It's a little bit complicated to understand, but we have two kind of price. We have price when you buy the house, and we have the price when you pay the tax. So cadastral value, it's a value for pay the tax.
Okay, thank you. Sarah?
I tell you something more. In my area, normally the cadastral value is lower than the commercial value. I have heard that in Rome could be this, oh, no, maybe not in Rome. In some area could be the opposite. But I think that in the more of the situation, cadastral value is lower than commercial, even half sometimes.
Okay, thank you. Okay, great info. Okay. These, let's see. Everybody, again, people are thanking your presentation. This is wonderful. What foreign country is prominently purchasing in Tuscany?
What, sorry?
What foreign country is prominently purchasing in Tuscany?
Oh, Northern Europe. From
Northern
Scandinavia, in UK, France, Germany, Northern Europe, most.
Northern, Western, yes.
Yeah, Northern Western, yes.
Okay, how much commission does a buyer pay the agent? That question cannot be answered on here.
It is.
Through NAR guidelines.
Okay.
Okay. And that is correct. Let me see. Do the agents in Italy want to work with US citizens and help them purchase? I see Angelo shaking his head yes, and Fabio, I think you had said you would like to partner Marina, so the answer is yes.
Of
Yes.
course.
Yeah. We three that are here surely wants to collaborate and help international clients. And sincerely, not many colleagues are the same. Not many can speak a bit. Not many colleagues are ready to work with the foreigners, non-Italian clients. We three, yes, we are.
Thank you. So the three say yes. They're ready, Jana. Okay. Fabio, does the people in your region accept foreigners to come by there? Oh, you already answered it. Sure, definitely they accept. Yes,
May
that
I
is.
ask a question?
Sure.
Ciao, buonasera. Thank you. Grazie per tutto. My father's from Piemonte, and it's my husband and my dream to listen as well. Voglio
Marissa,
sapere qualcosa. Yeah?
you cut out. We couldn't hear you. Can you start again? What was your question?
My question was the process of becoming a real estate agent. And I know that Marina talked about it. If they could discuss a little bit about the process of getting a license as a real estate agent in Italy.
It's a course, normally 100 hours, and an exam at the end. Nothing more. Normally the course is taken by the Chamber of Commerce, and every province has its own. That's it.
Is the license specific to one region or one comune or provincia, or is it all of Italy?
All of Italy, but the first step you must to have the high school, or you must to have the other type of titles. It's not titles for the study. So this is the first step. You must understand where you finish your school, because it's the first requirement.
Right.
The second one, you must to do the course, and now it's 1,010 hours. It's a new upgrades, and after you must do 2 exams. One it's a writing exams, and second one it's speaking exams. And after you must open the positions in the Chamber of Commerce. And when you will open your position, you will become agent or broker as you want, and you can to work in all Italy. So you have not a limited of region or other.
I'd like to show you what the government will give you to be a commerce. Like that. I think you have
Do business. Yes, thank you. Okay, I see Manny here. I love his question. Manny, do you want to say it? I mean, it's already been answered, but do you want to say it?
I asked a question. I was just thanking them for being here and presenting everything. It was very interesting and very informative and helpful.
Yes, thank you. And then
You're welcome.
okay, and then I was hoping you would speak it, but I guess you don't want to. It's okay.
No, my Italian is just as good as my Portuguese. Not that good.
Yes. Okay. Charmaine says, what about cash through a bank account transfer? Charmaine, are you still on here? Oh yeah, there you are. Okay, the images moved. Do you want to rephrase it for them, or?
Oh, well, it was because they had said that they don't take cash transactions. Something, well, if it's through a bank account, would that not be acceptable?
Do any of you know, the 3 of you know?
Sorry, I don't understand the question, because the cash, the banking account. If you want to buy the property in Italy, you must pay with bank account. If you have the cash money, you must put on the bank account and pay with bank account. I understand this mode.
That's perfect.
Okay.
Thank you, Marina.
Marina, let me ask you this. I think what she's trying to ask is, so there's a foreign account, and in order to purchase a property in Italy, all we have to do is wire to an Italian bank. Does there have to be a season period in the Italian bank before you can make the purchase?
It depends, because sometimes if you have not the bank account and fiscal tax paradise, I don't know, easily Cayman, it's some Panama, like Panama. Important that your bank account is not in the blacklist of the bank. Okay, the tax paradise. I'm not sure is English is it correct. Usually notary would like that you to do the pass from your American account to the Italian account, because he must to have the verification. Because in Italy, sometimes, so like in America, in any case, want to control the laundry of money. So you must have all documentation about it.
Right.
Okay.
Okay.
Can you give us a timeline of the purchase transaction from the day that you find your purchase, you write the contract, to the day you actually become a homeowner?
If you have all documents ready, and you can find the notary very fast, I think you can close the deal in the 10 days, 7 days. It depends if all documents, you have all documents ready and the property have all documents ready. In many cases, the property have not all documents and all have some issues about documents from the urbanistic oppure your notary must have some time for do the check of your documents. So, but if you found the property and you have documents and seller have documents, you have no problem to go to close the deal.
Are you referring to what we call like title search in our country? Is that what you're referring to when you say documents?
The documents, we are agent or we are brokers real estate. We have not the same position of the notary. So we are professionals, but we have not the we have not the duty for technical verification. So in Italy, it's very important to have the technical verification by notary. I don't know if I understand the question.
Marina, let me explain a little. The notario in Italy is almost equivalent to what we do as title and escrow in the United States.
Exactly, yes. Yes.
So the notario is the one that accepts the funds. They usually set up the account that it's going to be wired into. If that's my understanding, right?
Yes.
Okay, and so everything goes through the notario, but the thing is the notario, you know, whether they're bilingual or not, I'm not sure. So many foreign buyers will either enlist an attorney or someone as a translator that's bilingual to help them through the process. But the transfer of funds is typically done from a U.S. account into the account that the notario has set up for this particular transaction. Thank you.
For the foreign buyers, it's the best way to have the notary, and the notary must to check all documents. So you can do the option purchase, but it's very important to have the control of all documents. It's other topic because the Italian documents for the purchase is a little bit complicated. So today we gave some information about Italian real estate market, but this one is very specific. So if you want, I have video about it, so you can see about all documents that you need. But very important when your clients will buy in Italy to have the control of the document, because we have not the walkthrough, we have not the escrow in same mode. When you will when you will do the down payment, you have the risk to lose all money. But I think it's a topic for other Zoom conference.
A part two.
Yeah, exactly. It's a part two. Exactly.
Okay.
Thank you.
Does anyone else have any other questions they would like to ask? And just so you know, we lost connection with Angelo and Luigi. So they're trying to get back on, but I'm not sure if they'll be able to. Okay. Is there any other questions anyone has? Okay, at this time, I just want to say, Marina and Fabio, we truly appreciate you participating and sharing with us at this global event here in the US, to be exact. I know from California, and we're I want to say our region would be the Inland Empire. That's what we're called. Sarah, I'm going to turn it back over to you, and so you can close it out.
Well, thank you so much, Donna. And I want to speak on the behalf of our association and all the attendees. Marina, Fabio, and Luigi, you guys are amazing. Seriously, we have obtained so much knowledge that I am certain we're going to invite you back for a part 2. So with that said, you know, really grateful, Marina. I know you spent a lot of time you know, with all your presentation and so forth. And it is so helpful for us who are interested in foreign transactions and so forth. And Fabio, thank you so much for sharing with us about the market in Tuscany. I hope to me personally one day go back to Italy and visit Tuscany. So that's sad. Yes, so if anybody else has any question, please feel free to unmute yourself and make sure that you input all your contact information on the chat so we can, you know, stay in touch, so we can network. And hopefully Marina and Fabio, I know you both are CIPS. Maybe I'll be able to see you guys in person November, but if not, you know, definitely we're going to
I would like so much, but
Yes, absolutely.
I have
November.
not my visa.
All right.
I finished my visa and I have a appointment in the January. So I must wait, maybe the next year.
We are going to show you Inland Empire. So yes or no, I'm going to look up for you and we're going to connect.
Great,
So Fabio,
great.
hopefully we can see you in person as well. If not this year, maybe the next year. So.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you for the opportunity you gave us to talk to this audience. Thank you.
Love Italy. I personally love Italy. So thank you so much for sharing with us your beautiful, beautiful country.
Okay, thank you everybody. And I will send all slides to Donna. So all questions that you have, you can write me, you can write Donna. So have a wonderful day. And now I'll go to dinner.
Yes.
Thank you.
Bye.
Good night.
Ciao, Bella.
Bye. Bye, Fabio.
Bye-bye. Thank you.
Thanks, everyone.
Bye. See you guys all
Great
next time.
program. Great program.
Grazie. It
Thank you,
was
ladies.
wonderful. You guys did an amazing job. Thank
Yeah.
you so much from Las Vegas. Come see me when you're here for an hour in 2 years.
Yes.
I'll be in San
Definitely.
Diego though, so hopefully I'll see you guys there.
You're all in
Hey,
San Diego.
Marissa.
See you in San
Bye-bye.
Diego. Bye.
Congratulations, ladies. It was a fantastic event. Thank you.
Thank you.
Benissimo. Grazie. Ciao. Arrivederci.
Bye. Arrivederci. I learned that word.
See ya, say
Bye.
ciao.
I love their accents.
Yes.
Yeah, it was a great event. Thank you.
Thank you,
Thank
Barbara.
you, everyone.